Can you give information about the general situation regarding the bakery, confectionery and pastry industries around the world?
So I will speak mainly in Europe, since FEDİMA is a European association for the producers in Europe, and we have seen in the last 2 years a very big growth in the revenue. We are speaking about 30% growth in the revenue, and in people which are employed today, our sector represents in Europe and a turnover around 6 billion euros. So today we see a very nice increase in terms of revenues and growth in terms of people which are employed by our sector, but we still see a lot of challenges that we are facing, like the lack of manpower and people who know really the job of the bakers. We also have challenges around the inflation because ingredients, the prices are growing a lot, and we are a little bit worried about the sector to be sure that the bread remain an affordable product for the consumers.
What is Turkey's position compared to the rest of the world?
Turkey is a very interesting market since bread is a very common staple food, and Turkish people one of the highest bread consumption per capita, and it's a very interesting market also since we have a lot of diversity in terms of bread, and I do believe that Turkish producers have a role to play in terms of bringing more diversity on the bread that can be offered.
Which countries stand out in the sector in the world? What is your advice to investors on this issue?
So, in terms of countries, I think Europe, I don't want to speak about one specific countries, but in Europe, we are very good for legislation, and this is one of the issues we need to address, since we want a positive legislation to be sure that our sector will not be impacted by the new rules that can be implemented at EU level. If we look at the different countries in Europe, the interesting thing is the diversity of bread which are proposed in the different countries are totally different, so we have different expertise in terms of bread making in those different countries.
IBAKTECH will be held for the 14th time this year. What do you think its contributions to the sector are?
So it's my first time to IBAKTECH. I'm very impressed by the organization and the size of the exhibition. It's a very nice event. I was very pleased to be invited at the inauguration ceremony. What I can say is those kind of events and exhibition are key for our sector because it brings a lot of innovation and it allows the different actors in the sector to exchange and to bring new ideas. So I really believe that those kind of exhibitions, which are organized every 2 years, are really key to defend our sector and to defend the bread image and pastry image.
What are your suggestions to Turkish producers about the world market?
It's a very difficult question. I think when you look at the Turkish market and the type of bread which are consumed, you have a very nice diversity, such as normal ekmek. You have also the simit. You have also lahmacun or bread, which are really different. And today, if you look at the different types of bread consumed in the world, the flat bread is a type of bread which is growing a lot. And I do believe also that the bakers worldwide need to propose a higher diversity of products because the consumers are looking for those kind of products. So I think on flat bread, Turkish producers have a role to play. Maybe a last comment. I do believe that Turkish producers, but not only Turkish producers, worldwide producers need to focus on cost optimization because today bread still needs to remain an affordable product, but also sustainability in baking will be each time a criteria which will be a key topic, but we need to keep in mind that at the end, the main trigger for the consumers in terms of bread consumption is the emotion that the bread is bringing to the people, the tradition, the pleasure, the taste, the aspect of the product. So it's good to work on the cost optimization, but never neglect the importance of the pleasure when the consumer eat bread and buy bread.